Welcome back to Spa and the Lotus Cup Europe. As the safety cars retreat, we have a change for second place. Jeremy Lorenko leads. Now it's John Walker in second from Xavier Georges. Meanwhile, we're in car with Marcus Nikovic as he powers along the Kemmel Straight. That's Thierry Edouard, who he draws alongside. Also got one of the 211 scything past them as well. And this is always the challenge in these multi-class races with cars out of position, potentially after early adventures. Have your eyes all over the place as Lorenko sets about rebuilding the advantage that he had prior to the safety car. It's now John Walker in second. Can he do anything about Lorenko at the moment? The answer would be no. Then fourth place, Nicolas Ferrer, withstanding the pressure from Steve Williams in the first of the Evoras, a not dissimilar car. Thierry Verheest just in behind him. Lorenko really pushing on this green flag lap, but it's working because already the advantage from Lorenko to Walker has gone out to about 7 car lengths. And then we've got George in third, staying with John Walker. So meanwhile, Jean-Baptiste Luc trying to put the pressure. Thierry Verheest, they have got Christophe Legendre just behind the pair of them as we go in car with the race leader, Lorenko, who is making this look very easy indeed. And that is exactly what you want to see if you're a Jeremy Lorenko fan. Really very smooth technique, just one or two tiny corrections through Blanchimont, but nothing particularly untoward. And it's working. He's a further car length clear of Walker as they get on the brakes into the bus stop chicane. Likewise, Nicolas Ferrer would appear to have done enough just to withstand Steve Williams for the time being. Williams instead potentially a little bit more concerned with the progress of Thierry Verheest behind him. There we have got the rest of the cars all shuffling and shimmying their way out of the bus stop chicane. As in trouble there, David Harvey, going very, very slowly in the 340R. Great shame that, David, one of the most popular competitors in the Lotus Cup Europe paddock. Plummeting downhill then once more up through Eau Rouge. Lorenko maximum commitment, the same from Walker and Xavier Georges. Then we have a big weight back to fourth. Battle of the Evoras, the battle of the 211s, and a change. Legendre gets his nose in front of Jean-Baptiste Luc. Jean-Baptiste Luc looks to fight back immediately as they head on to the Kemmel Straight. Already the race leader Lorenko at the end of the straight, as the 211 battle is now just midway down. Who's got the advantage as Verheest looks removed inside Steve Williams. Williams won't be having any of that, shuts the door firmly in the face of the Evora. And Steve determined if he can to be the top Evora in the race. Williams has still got his nose in front. In the 211s, it is Jean-Baptiste Luc who has actually eased away a little bit from Christophe Legendre as these top 5 or 6 runners in the race get their way through Pouhon. Here's the battle for second place. John Walker still with Xavier Georges in contact, but just beginning to slip away, a car length at a time, a corner at a time. There's a little bit of wrestling at the wheel being undertaken possibly by Jeremy Lorenko. We're in car here with the race leader Lorenko as he accelerates on towards Blanchimont. Sweltering day here at Spa, and you can just see those little corrections from Lorenko, and you can see now that John Walker rather is beginning to just close towards his tail. He's bringing Xavier Georges with him for company. We've still got plenty of time remaining in the race. All about fourth places, Nicolas Ferrer. Then a challenge to Williams again from Verheest, but it's Williams who prevails, and now Jean-Baptiste Luc looking to join in as well. It's behind a spin for Jean Potier, and he gets clobbered by Case First Lois. Both cars out on the spot. Both of them very near to the edge of the track as well. I hope that doesn't bring out a safety car, but it may, just as the race really beginning to crackle into life as we head towards the latter stages, not least in this battle of the Evoras. A pair of them arriving into Eau Rouge. Maximum commitment as they ride the curbs. As a result, it's Williams who is just able to prevail. Field surge over the crown of the road at Radion. Race leader Lorenko, though, having a slightly steadier start to the lap. He is clear of Walker and Georges. Then we've got Nicolas Ferrer in a reasonably comfortable fourth. Steve Williams, that superb run through Eau Rouge, buys him a bit of breathing space over Thierry Verhiste as they arrive into Les Combes. And that's one of the main overtaking opportunities dispensed with on this lap for Williams, as Jean Potier stalks away from his car. Glad to see that he and Kees Lois are okay, but neither car clearly going anywhere. And indeed, the safety car boards come out, so the safety car is now out. And, well, those cars might not be the easiest to recover, given how abruptly they came to a halt. They won't be going anywhere onto their own steam, so this may take a little bit of time to sort out. We've got time for a couple more laps in the race, but not much more than that if we have a complex recovery. And indeed, the checker flag is ready, and so the race does finish behind the safety car. So it's a win for Jeremy Lorenco, second place to Jonathan Walker, and third for Xavier Georges. Real shame, just as those battles were really coming together, the interruption of the safety car. That's sometimes the way that it goes in motor racing, and so they celebrate and will make the top three in the race overall. Our production winner, by the way, was Jean Ras. This has been the case so often this season from James Little and Markus Nikovic. So a dramatic opener to the weekend. Let's have a look at the results. Lorenco wins it from Walker, Xavier Georges. Then Nicolas Ferrer, Steve Williams, the first Evora, in fifth, and Jean-Baptiste Loup, 211 honours in seventh place. Then we have got well up in the open class, Nicolas Gambini, he's second in that class to Nicolas Ferrer, and then John Ras, our production winner, an excellent 18th place, given his nearest production rival James Little finishing in 24th, just ahead of Markus Nikovic, and then Sven Pettersson and Dennis van den Sarvel. One or two of them falling by the wayside. That instant between Jean Potier and Kees Lois. Jean-Pierre Genet-Pracher having a very strong showing prior to his early retirement. David McAnulty, good to see that he's okay after that big instant up at Eau Rouge.
Jeremy, this is becoming a regular thing, so congratulations. The safety car came out twice. There wasn't so much racing, but it was still good for you.
Yes, it was a good race. Thank you, Thierry. I was very happy to have qualified in pole, and then I was very pleased with the start of the race. There was a small crash at the start of the race. Some of my friends hit their cars, which was sad. I think it'll be a lot better tomorrow, I'm sure.
Xavier, congratulations, moving up 2 places from 5th to 3rd. I know it was a shorter race, safety car came out twice, but it was still good for you.
Thank you. The
race went rather well. We got past the crash at the start, and that moved us up into second place. The second safety car, we closed the gap to Jeremy, which was good because he was a long way ahead. The safety car also let John and Nico catch up, but then the restart didn't go too well. So overall, I'm not too happy with the way that the weekend's gone so far.
Fourth overall and first in class, well done.
Yeah, it's a fantastic for us, of course. It's a crazy race. In the first corner, big crash, and I'm third on the first corner by opportunity, of course, and after 30 minutes I'm feeling fourth, behind the Exige V6, Jeremy and John Walker and Xavier Georges, so it's a good opportunity for me.
John, congratulations, 7th overall, first in class, well done.
Yeah, really a good result for me today, and also the race of the qualifying and the race was good for me.
Fantastic. Now the safety car came out twice. You managed to avoid any trouble.
Yeah, a lot of damage on several cars, so it's not good for the Lotus Cup Europe, but it's a race.
A strange race, very, very hard, with a lot of accidents. So we had to wait, 2 safety cars, and I had a fight with the 2 Eastern Europe Cup. A great fight, it was nice, but not really a fight between the production class. So yeah, strange race, but good result for me.
John, congratulations, third in class, 11th overall. You managed to stay out of trouble.
Yeah. On the first corner, obviously, it was a bit messy. But yeah, I just kept clean, kept in tight, and managed to chase down the other 211s that qualified in front of me. We had a really good race up until the first safety car. And then obviously that took up a bit of time, and then we carried on racing after the safety car. A couple of V6s, Nick snuck in front of me, but it was good. It was a really good race. It wasn't obviously ideal, but it was great. Yeah, it was really good.
That brings day one and race one to a close here at Spa, but join us after the break with more action from race two and day two.